Hey guys, this is Prithvi from FBC, and today I'm going to show you how you can navigate through the dashboard screen. So when you log in and you're on the dashboard screen, you will see this kind of a screen where you will see these kind of boxes all around the screen. So I'm going to be explaining what each of these boxes mean. Right, so the first box that you see over here are current enrollments. These are the current enrollments. So first of all, when you are on a box, when you want to see what's inside a box or what is the information inside a box, you can hover on this eye icon for any of the boxes, which will tell you the definition of that box. So this tooltip tells us about the total number of enrollments for all programs. So right now, this number 14, this implies that in the system right now, there are 14 programs that are currently in the status of enrolled for all the students. In total, there are 14 programs that are currently in the status of enrolled for all the students. So this states total number of programs. So this card shows all programs currently available. This is basically the total number of programs currently available inside the system. So this is pretty easy to understand. This one says revenue for the current month. So this is the revenue from the enrollments for the current month. Okay. Alright, so these were some easy things. I'll come to this graph later. Let's move on to these two. Now this particular graph, this particular list table shows the latest 10 enrollments and their enrolled programs. Okay, so you can figure out the latest 10 enrollments, who the students were of the latest 10 enrollments and which program did they enroll in. Alright, so now this is the next one, total number of all program participants. Now why do we say this all program participants? Okay, so now here it is that we divide this thing by programs. So this is the security program and this color represents the HHA, the other program that's in the system right now. So the total number of all participants in the programs of security, in the program of security program is 20. And now this does not require any kind of a specific status. So if you have enrolled to any program, you will be counted inside this graph. Okay, now you can change this from the drop down. When you change anything from the drop down, this heading will also change. Like for example, right now it's all. So if I change it to in review, right? So now you see that the heading has been changed. Total number of in review program participants, meaning the total number of programs which have the status of in review for all the students. HHA does not have any one of it, so all the things are inside the security course. Now if I change this to enrolled, then again the heading will change. Total number of enrolled program participants. So you can actually hover on this color and then you can see the number for each program. Now you can change it to suspended, completed and cancelled, withdrawal similarly, and you will have the same amount of data. Now let's come to this particular graph. Here we see a lot of things. On the left hand side, on the vertical axis, we see the amount. On the horizontal axis, we see the months. Okay. Now this particular graph is the enrollment revenue graph. As you see over here, this is the enrollment revenue graph. So from this graph, we calculate the total number of revenue from the enrollments of each month. So for example, on October, it was $2,500. On the month of November, it was $5,000. Also, we divide this by programs. So when you see these two colors down here, this yellow color is for HHE and this violet is for security course. So when you see here $5,000 from enrollment revenue for the security course and $999 for the HHA course. Okay, now we can change this drop down and if you're in the year 2021 or 2022 or any following year, you can see that in this drop down. Right now we only have 2020. Now over here we are on the enrollment revenue right now. So let's check up new enrollments first. You'll understand why very soon. Alright, so here we see the number of enrollments on the vertical axis, and on the horizontal axis similarly we see the months. Right now here yellow color represents HHA and the other color represents security course. Right, so for this tutorial I will just disable the HHA so it's easier for you to understand. Now this new enrollment graph tells you that there are 3 students who enrolled in the month of October and who have the enrolled status, whose status, program status changed to enrolled at least once. Now right now they could have completed their course, right now they could have been suspended or got withdrawal, but they had their program status changed to enrolled at least once after they actually enrolled to that program. Right now this was for the month of October. So the same thing happened to 12 people or 12 students in the month of November. Maybe 20 students enrolled to a course in the month of November for the security program. Out of those 20 students, 12 students got their status changed to enrolled at least once after they got enrolled. Right, so when they got enrolled, their status was changed to the enrolled status. Now even after that, if their status was changed to completed or cancelled or withdrawal, since their status was changed to enrolled at least once after they enrolled in the course, this data counts that change. Right, now pay attention over here. Let's move on to the other graph, which is the enrolled students. When we go to the enrolled students graph, you'll see that on the month of November, I'll just disable the HHA. On the month of November, we see that the data shows 15 instead of 12. Now why is that? On the month of October, 3 students enrolled. What I mean by 3 students enrolled is that maybe 5 students enrolled, but out of those 5, only 3 got their program status changed to enrolled at least once. Okay, so this graphs counts that change. Now on the month of November, maybe 20 students enrolled. Out of those, only 12 got their program status changed to enrolled, as we saw in the new enrollments graph, right? But this data shows 15. Why? Because this data adds up the data from the previous month. So any current month data will add up from the previous month. So on the new enrollments chart, we saw that the November data was 12, but here it shows 15 because it has added up this 3 with the 12, which is equal to 15. So this is how this chart works.
So this was a tutorial on how the dashboard screen works. Thanks for watching.